Welcome back to the frog bath. It's the resurgence of string algae. Let's talk about what to do about string algae. If you have it in your pond, I'll tell you what I do, I'll tell you what it is, and how to get it out of your pond eventually. There are lots of products that we can buy, dump in our pond, and get rid of this string algae. We get people suggesting that we hop into this pond. Oh yeah, scoop it all out. This is everyone's favorite chore. Scooping out mats of nasty string algae. I'm not going to be doing any of that. If there's string algae in your pond, it's almost certainly because there's excess nutrients in the water. And those excess nutrients are not being eaten up by enough plants. And this happens in the spring too, when my plants haven't woken up yet in the bog and all the fish poop is hanging out from the winter and the light starts hitting into the water and the string algae just wakes up. And then all the rest of the plants wake up and the string algae goes away because there's not enough food for it. Then you might say, well, the string algae in my pond is a real problem. You don't understand. My fish are going to be dead. I need to go buy this product. I need to climb into my pond. And to that I would say to you, probably not. Your pond is probably going to be just fine. Your fish can eat this. If you don't have floating mats of algae on your pond, and the string algae is just clinging to the sides and the rocks and everything else, the plant stems that are in your pond, that string algae is normal. It's doing what it was meant to do in this world, and your pond is going to be just fine. So, how am I going to get rid of this string algae right now? I'm not going to do a dang thing about this string algae, and I will bet you it will be gone in a week or two. The reason the string algae is here right now is because, one, we had a few rainstorms and that caused some runoff into the pond of mulch and other kind of organic matter. And the second is, my son had a birthday party and he had some friends over and they were over here investigating the fish and the frogs and the tadpoles. And they threw some leaves in, they threw some sticks in, they frolicked around. So there was quite a bit of organic matter added into this pond. They were feeding the frog in here some worms. So all that stuff kind of adds up, and it doesn't seem like much, but this is a pretty small ecosystem. Yeah, there's a lot of water, but, you know, even just in the intake bay. We went away for a little bit, and it was a couple weeks without cleaning out the intake bay after an event like that, so these kind of dead leaves are building up and attracting, our friend string algae. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go through and be really vigilant around cleaning out my intake bay of all the sticks and leaves that are in it. I'm not going to feed my fish, until this resolves. And that's what I recommend you do. Stay out of your pond. Don't start buying a bunch of stuff. Figure out why it's there in the first place. This is a plant, just like any other plant. It has its needs, and if they're being met by your pond regularly, it's going to keep coming back. Maybe it's time to get a new plant for your bog or a new plant for inside your pond, a deep water plant. Pop a couple plants in. Leave your pond alone. And if you deal with those environmental factors, you will find the string algae will vanish out of your life. Just like it does every spring and every fall when the seasons change. I know y'all ain't gonna even do it. I know it. You're out there and you're thinking to yourself, I gotta get in there and get the algae out. Well, we've talked to one local expert at the frog bath. And please, heed her advice. Hello, frog queen of the frog bath. What should we do about our string algae problem? Well, folks, you heard it here first. Nothing. Just sit by your pond and enjoy the slimy view.